thank you for tuning in and watching our video. So in today's video, it's actually, I was editing today, so the video was shot a couple of weeks ago when I was having a lesson with Lucy, but I realised I didn't do a proper intro or outro. So here I am popping on to do that, and just to let you know that I do use a pivo when I'm filming, and unfortunately I had it set on the wrong setting, so sometimes I will go out of shot, but there was, you're losing your hair, buddy. There was too much good information to edit it up too much, so I left it all in because I want to be able to look back, and even watching it back when I was editing, I was like, oh, that's right, she said this and that. So it's really helpful for me. Hopefully it's helpful for you guys and you get something out of it. And if you're new to our channel, I'm Maria. This is my cheeky Connemara pony Colm, and Bella in the background. Bella's my competition horse and I do most of my riding. I'm trying to bring him back into work, but it's hard to find the time sometimes. So I hope you enjoy. I hope you get something out of the lesson as much as I did. This is our journey to moving up the levels in dressage. It's a slow process, but we're getting there. So if you do enjoy, please subscribe to our channel to follow our journey. Leave me a comment and hit that all important like button. Let's go over in that corner. Hey, you're a bit upset. It all looks a bit different today, doesn't it? Yeah. Looks a bit different. What's different, Belly? What's different, darling? Hey, you're all right. You're all right. It's okay. Hey, hey, hey. Hello. I know. I think she can as well.
I rode out early this morning about 7, and she was just on high alert.
Well, Belle was really calm before, but I think too they've obviously harrowed the arena and taken it all looks different. They're so funny, aren't they?
They are funny. What they notice.
And yeah, apparently that corner's like super duper spooky for some reason.
What's that? Obviously one of her, she's always been, laterally stiff, struggles, to sort of, let go around the rider's inside leg.
Yeah.
Do you feel comfortable in terms of all the things that we've sort of done thus far?
Yeah.
At kind of going, because if someone asked me the question, I could go, I mean, I should be able to because I'm a coach, but I'd be able to go, right, this is what I do with my horse to get the correct feeling of inside leg to outside hand.
Yeah.
These are my go-tos posturally. These are the exercises that I do. Like, do you feel comfortable in sort of how to achieve it?
I think so.
Okay, so what would you chuck at me? Like, what would you verbally say when you think, oh, I've got a day where I feel like, she's a little bit against the inside edge. She's not, around my leg enough. What would you do? What things would you do?
Well, since the last lesson, the big takeaway was doing the whole rein, like getting the neck bend.
Yes,
right?
yes.
That's been a huge game changer.
Right, good.
So I do feel like now, particularly on this left rein, I can get a little bit more feeling in my rein.
Yes.
And I recognise when she's loading up on that inside.
Yes.
I try and be consistent with it. I mean, I don't catch it every time, but I feel like now she's tending to move a bit more that way.
Okay, yeah.
So that's been that's my big go-to.
Yes.
And I know very much with her too, when she does get all sticky and tense like that, I just got to break it down and go, okay, Maria, what are your hips?
Yep.
What are you doing through your hips and my arms and my shoulders?
Yep.
So I know, like yesterday I had a great ride. I spent the whole time and I felt like, I even thought to myself, I want to do a little recording and put earbuds in and just say, shoulders, elbows, hips,
absolutely.
Shoulders, elbows,
hips, absolutely.
And I know when I sit tall, because I collapse in the middle, and I know when I do all of that, I get the softness. I get the roundness.
Yep.
And I know she is very sensitive and she feels every single thing I do, because as soon as I change it,
Yep.
I get a moment of
Yep.
it all comes together.
Yep. I guess the thing I want to say is, in terms of what you've just, what we worked on is basically shoulder yielding. So
Yeah.
really working on the understanding that, actually information that you give to her goes to her brain, she processes, that information gets sent to her front feet.
Yeah.
The front feet send the information to the back feet.
Yeah.
So and if you think about the sequence of the footfalls, I can't remember how much I talked about this last time, but if you think about the sequence of the footfalls, when she's walking, it would be right hind, right fore, left hind, left fore.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's basically the sequence of the footfalls. So if you think on this left rein, if you are working on that neck bend and you get a good abduction of that right foreleg, the next hind leg or the next leg to move is the left. So if she does that with the outside foreleg, the inside hind leg is going to come under, which is everything that we're sort of, working on in terms of getting that lateral softness, the bend, the inside leg to outside hand. If you're in trot, it's a diagonal pair. So, if the right front foot abducts, the inside hind is going to adduct because they're on a diagonal.
Yeah.
And then if you're cantering, it's still a diagonal. So if you were in left canter, it would be right hind, diagonal pair, leading leg. What?
Walk on.
Monkey. We need to do, and I think you really are, we're at the sort of crux of it now. I feel like we've got to overkill. Like we've got to, it's like overcooking the vegetables. I feel like we've got to do it more.
Yeah.
So she's there, I get it. Oh, that feels nice through my back.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Whereas you feeling like you're sort of going, I've got it. Oh, I've lost it. I've got it. I've lost it. And that, whether that's in your posture, your body.
Why are we stopping?
I am just going to get these cones. Turn about the forehand.
I don't think we ever ended up doing that.
Have we not done it?
No.
Oh, well, goodness me. This then might be, I thought we'd done it. Okay, this then might be
It's all right.
for her a real, for both of you, it might just be the sort of cherry on the top that you really need.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to get you to do is just put her on sort of a 10-metre circle around that cone.
Yeah.
It's kind of good because you've got obviously the four corners of the square of the base of the cone. But what we're going to do is we're basically going to start on your 10-metre circle. Make sure you're in your position statement right. Very good. So that's you basically claiming space on the right side of her body so she can't drift. Well, it's going to be harder for her to drift right or fall right.
Yeah.
So if we remember, from the bit, down that rein contact is your dotted line, goes over your forearm, shoots out your elbow, finishes at the back end of her. You look over your shoulder and you look at her hip here. When even when you're going down alongside or on a 20-metre circle, you need to look over your shoulder, envisage where that invisible dotted line goes, and her hip should always be, unless you're doing travers or rondeur or half bars, but the inside hip should be on that side of the dots. So what you're going to do is you go around here, you can add that stirrup step, and then you just do a really quick relax. Do a really quick open and give of that inside rein, because that opening will capture that hip and plop it over there. So you'll basically get a better adduction of that right hind leg. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Good.
And then keep the outside rein just steady.
Outside rein. So really, this isn't an exercise where we would expect her to have any bend. We'd expect her to be straight through her body with just flat lateral flexion at the pole. Because what this is affirming for is when we go away from this in a moment, we're going to go away from it in walk, then we're going to come back to it, and then we're going to go away in trot, and then we're going to go away in canter. And I use this a lot, but it's almost like we could just dot cones anywhere around the arena, and you just use it as a postural sort of fixer. Good. So outside rein, bend your outside elbow, keep her neck straight. Good, outside elbow, tuck your outside elbow into your waist. That's it.
Yeah,
Now slow down with the outside rein. That's it. That's
Yeah,
it. Good.
good girl.
Now you're going to do little opens. And you must feel like you do the open of the bit ring. So don't do it in a floppy way. Do it in a, that's it, that's it.
Yeah, that was good.
That's it. So that opening inside rein, good, good, good girl, good girl. Yep, that opening inside rein is sort of confirming that she needs to get to the outside rein. Well done. Now walk away from that. Good. Now you feel as soon as you walked away from it where she went, on her right shoulder.
Yeah.
So I want you, just do your circle, but envisage now as you're anywhere you go in the arena, that cone is floating next to her right foreleg. We are still controlling the outside foreleg. We are still saying to her, I want you to put your inside right hind leg a little more under your centre of gravity. Very good. Good. Yep. And then, just for safety's sake, have a quick peek over your inside shoulder at her right hip. And you've got to say to yourself, is her hip on my side of that invisible dotted line? Or is it on Lucy's side? Because if it's on Lucy's side, she ain't straight. So you've then got to do your quick flickety open and then soften.
Okay.
And then soften of that inside rein. Good. Immediately in trot, she's not in the left side of her body.
No.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you've got to come back to walk. You're going to revisit this cone and you're going to do another turn about the forehand. I know you've been doing more because we're sort of talking about it and showing you, but I generally max out at 1/360. So I'll just go round it once and then off I go into trot or canter or doing whatever I'm doing. Well done. Good, keep going. Good. So what I was saying earlier, up and forward. Up. So I'm just doing that opening bit ring. Good girl. Have her neck a little bit straighter with your outside rein. But that outside rein mustn't let her, good girl, lose the flexion. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now can you feel that hind leg going under a little more? Yep, good.
Yeah. So
So this is what I was saying about overcooking the vegetables. You know, you've got to say to her, we can do it a little bit more. Good. Now, what she does, I think sometimes when you half halt and straighten her here, she counterflexes, and that is going to immediately put her on this shoulder. So you've got to sort of say to her, no, we can keep the straightness, but I just want that tiny little bit of flexion. Good girl, at the pole.
Yeah.
So basically where the skull sits on the wing of Atlas, we just want her to show us just a fraction of her right eye, boop, and a fraction of her right nostril. Good girl. Good girl. That's it, good girl. That's it, good. Yeah, I know, it feels funny, doesn't it? Good girlie. Ta-da, ta-da. Yeah, good. Yeah, I know. You have an opinion, we do know that. Good, all right, walk her on again. Good. So you've got to go, can I see eyebrow? Up, 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 up. Can I see eyebrow? Can I see nostril? Good, 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 good. Now go away when you feel she's in that side of her body. Whoa, not that. Good job. Then you're going to take her.
Walk on.
Well done.
Walk on.
Good, just keep the go cue until she sort of stops going through. And I think what she's saying to us now is, hang on, you're shutting the door that I like to go through.
Yeah.
Hence the going backwards.
Yeah.
Keep your outside hand down a little. And also think of your whip on this shoulder. That's it. Say to her, no, we don't go. You need to see this eyebrow, this nostril.
Walk on.
Good, good.
Walk on.
Good.
Walk on. Walk on. Walk on. Walk on.
Because she's also saying, well, Lucy's standing where I would like to walk,
Yeah.
i.e. on that inside shoulder.
Walk on.
Interesting.
This is like our little float episode. This is what she does.
Was it? Yeah. You see how she wants
Yeah.
to? Yeah, it's quite big. And then she's going, but Lucy's there. That's it.
Yeah,
good.
good girl.
Right, now
Good
go
girl.
that way. Now trot.
Good girl.
Don't let her on that right shoulder. Tap it, tap it, tap it with your whip. Say, get off that shoulder. Good. And this is why we need to overcook it. This mare for a long time has just not tricked you, but she's been enabled to get into the wrong side of her body.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You do not have, and that's why. So, you know, when I ride and I, you know, think of lateral as the improvement of longitudinal. So when you have tension, when you have quick legs, or, you know, she's tight, she's worried, the more posturally improve what her body is doing, the quicker she's,
good girl.
yeah, that's it. The quicker she's going to let go. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But you, as her rider and as her
good
trainer, good girl, great snorting, you've got to be the yoga teacher. You have got to be the Pilates instructor.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the time, and I think a lot of people do, I don't think you confidently, posturally put her where you want her.
Yeah.
One, because you're not, you know, you're not confident of, you know, that's why I was asking the questions at the beginning. How confident are you with, you know, sort of what you've done? Yes. You go, no, we don't go on that shoulder. Good, good. Now ride forward. And that can be you going a little bit wide leg.
Yep.
Yeah, good on you. And again, you say to her, get off that shoulder, and then wide leg. Nice. Yeah, we're not coming to the right side, madam. Good. Good. Can you see right eye? Can you see right nostril? Correct. Now ride forward.
Yep.
Whoop. And then immediately, so she shows you how quickly she'll just revisit that inside shoulder. Well done. Good. Good. That's it. And you've just got to keep saying to her, no, we are going forward and we're staying. Good. In the outside of your body. Well done.
Come on. You gotta keep going. Good girl.
Yep. Good on you. Yes. You go, no, that's your inside shoulder. We go to the outside shoulder. We get into the outside of our body. I need to see, and I know I've said that before, the horse's eye doesn't lie. So when you can see her right eyeball, you know she's going to be filling the left side of her body. Whereas when she trots around showing you too much of the outside of her face, you know she's going to be falling and pushing too much to the inside of her body. Good. And if you don't feel like on this rein you're sort of consistently drifting left, whoopla. Yeah, and that's where you've got to be so bloody quick.
Yeah.
Good on you to catch it. Good. And you've got Mr. Whippy in your hand, so you can do little gentle touches on that shoulder just to say, no, I'm blocking that, you can't go there. Good. And so my big thing here is you're getting really, you know, some nice snippets of her coming straight. And by straight, I mean you are improving the bend and getting her body. Your inside leg should be like a post that never, ever tries to fall on.
Yeah.
But she's all the time. And it's not about kicking her sideways with your inside leg. It's about strategy. And it's about doing your turnabout the forehand, or it's about doing a shoulder yield, or thinking of your lateral position statement, or doing a stirrup step, or asking for a bit of flexion. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you're always, and this is what I mean. I think you get lovely moments, but I understand that has to come through time. But sometimes I don't think your expectation of what you are trying to create is strong enough.
Right.
I think you kind of go, oh, good girl, that's it.
Yeah.
You know, and actually you need to go, yeah, that's really good. Well done. Can you do it a little bit more?
Yeah.
So you get this sense on this rein that it is a constant filling of the left side of her body.
Yep.
Yeah. Bit more forward. That's it. Good. Now, it's too much on the right shoulder. Good. So what you're going to do, when that happens, come straight back to walk. I'm not going to put a cone there.
Yep, turn her.
But you are going to look at a hoof print or a leaf or a wet bit. I don't care. So walk now. Do a 360 around whatever you're picking on your right-hand side. Keep her right flexion. Quicken that hind leg up. Say, come on, go under. Good girl. Don't let her on that right shoulder. Do one more, do one more. I don't normally do 2 360s, but if you do another, Tickle the shoulder, tickle the shoulder. You say, no, 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 we're not
Forward.
falling on that
Forward.
shoulder. Tickle it with the whip. Tickle, tickle with the whip. That's it.
Good girl.
And that's clearly, hind leg under. Good girl. Forward. Don't let her on that right shoulder. Yep. Don't let her on it. That's it. That's it. Now, yeah, now pick her up into trot. Good, 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 good. Yeah, well done. Don't let her on the right shoulder. She's got to go in the left side of her body.
Trot.
Correct,
Trot.
correct,
Trot.
correct. Get her in the left side. Get her in the left side. Well done.
Good girl.
Well done. Good,
Good girl.
good. Bit more, bit more. Because it's like you're on a precipice. You're kind of going, yep, you're good, but oh God, it's such a knife edge moment where she goes, nah, I'm going to go on that shoulder.
Yeah.
Whereas this is what I mean about overcooking the vegetables. You've got to do it a little bit too much. That's it, that's it. You've got to do it a little bit too much so you can let go of that inside rein and go, the mare is so upright on the inside of her body. I've got no leaning, I've got no falling. You know, she just feels lovely. Yep. Yep, I think she's still too much on that right shoulder, so come back to walk. Pick, again, whatever you like, but do your 360 around it. So walking now, good. Now tell the hind leg, under, good, stay off the right shoulder, under, under. Quicken that hind leg, under, there, good, now trot. Don't let her come right, don't let her come right. That's it. So can you see, this is why, you know, you're still getting those moments, and don't worry, we all get it,
Yeah.
where you go to a competition and you go, bugger, I've not got her. Because this, you know, you focusing on your straightness, you focusing on, good, having that correct posture in her body, that's it. Up, 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 up. Good, back to walk. Another 360. Don't let her go on the shoulder. Right flexion, right flexion. Good, 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 good. That was good there, because can you feel her wanting? She's trying to go through, she tries to go through the right shoulder door.
Yeah.
Then you shut it like there, and then she goes, well, sod you, I'm going backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the way. Under, under, good. And then up into trot. Don't let her come on the right shoulder. Good. That's it. Well done. Good on you. Bit more forward. Bit more. That's it. Good. So the affirmation of the forward is going to confirm, you know, straightness. It's going to confirm so many things. Good. Good. Yep, well done. Now, can you see her right eyebrow?
Yep.
And the nostril?
Yep.
Okay, good, good. Now, this is the bit that sounds weird. When you can see her right eyebrow and her right nostril, you have to have her head in front of her chest.
Yeah.
That's your outside rein.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's getting this finite balance of having the horse straight, that's it,
And
with
just-
the flexion at the pole.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Because before,
Yeah.
yes, you could see the eyebrow and the nostril,
Yeah.
but her head was too much to the right. So then if the head is too much one side or the other of the horse's chest, she can't correctly use her shoulder sling muscles. Well
Yeah.
done. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. That's it. Right
Yeah.
eyebrow, right. That's it. Now ride forward through that feeling, through the contact.
That.
Yeah, well done. Good. Brup, brup. Bit more, bit more. She's not quite tracking up. And so they are, you know, obviously rhythm is number one in the German dressage scale. Good. And part of the rhythm is, you know, looking at the footfall. You know, the judge is going to look and go, that horse isn't quite tracking up. So, you know, the rhythm is not, it needs to be a little bit more consistent. So she's, yes, well done. Bit more forward. Do a whip tickle on that right shoulder, just to say to her, I don't want an abducting right front foot. Good. If anything, your inside foreleg needs to go slightly left. So she steps it to her body line. Well done. Good. And then soften the rein when you feel that you can. The softening of the inside rein is the proof of your inside leg to outside hand, but it's also your proof of...
Good.
Or let's rephrase that, the allowance, good, of her inside hind leg to come forward. There, she's coming shoulder, fix it. Good, then soften and ride forward. Right eyebrow, right nostril, forward. And it's the rhythm. You know, whatever we do on a horse, doesn't matter what you're doing, you know, your primary focus needs to be, is it rhythmical? Good. Good, good. So you should be feeling more and more now that she's in the left side of her body.
Yeah.
Yeah? But can you see how, yeah.
Here.
You've just got to shut the door on her desire to go, you know, to go to the right side of her body. And you can do that with a shoulder yield. You can do that with lateral flexion at the pole. You can do that with your turnabout the forehand around an object.
Oh, nice.
You know, and this mare is, she's capable of doing, you know, you could easily do a 70% test on this mare.
Yeah.
You know, you could. Because... you know, she holds a rhythm.
Yeah.
She's you know, when she's going to be obedient and, yeah, that's it.
Oh, that was a better one.
Good, good. Well done. Whoopla. Be okay to tickle the shoulder with the whip. Just say, move that over. Good. So, how much do you think you've been riding what you've just ridden just then at home and achieving it?
Maybe like 2%.
Right, brilliant. It's got to be 110%.
I know.
Do you know what I mean? And this is where I mean, you know, my granny, you know how, you know, you cook your vegetables and they should be like a little bit al dente, so there's a bit of a crunch. My granny, and I love them, I have to say, she used to do melt in the mouth Brussels sprouts.
Yeah.
They were so overcooked.
Yeah, that's
but it was just my granny's cooking and I loved it and it was easy to eat and digest and all that stuff. But, you know, you've got to turn this mare into a soggy Brussels sprout.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Whereas, you know, you sort of parboil it, you know, you kind of cook her a little bit, but you've got to go, no, it needs to be more. So she's just this mushy, adjustable, mobile little horse underneath you.
Yeah.
But that only comes from doing it.
Yeah.
So I love that. When I go, what percentage are you doing? 2? Okay.
So I have moments of it and like, I think, oh yeah, that's nice. And then she's going forward and it feels like it's nice, but it's
not overcooked though, is it?
No, and she's slightly still, like, now that I'm
And then you're
it,
there going, oh, I've got it.
Yeah.
And then you don't, but you've got to get in there and go, that's great, horse, well done, lovely.
So it is
a bit
almost
more,
like
please.
She's tricking me. She's partly...
Yeah. And you kind of know when you're sort of pressing the right buttons. One, because every time, you know, when I was stood next to her, walking with her, you know, and I shut that door on her right shoulder, she wants to go backward.
Yeah.
You're shutting the door that I normally go through. Yeah. How dare you?
Yeah, so I need to make her cranky, really.
Yeah, well, I was just...
Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, I thank you sincerely, and I hope you enjoyed the lesson. We did do some work on the right rein, but my battery ran out, so I didn't get to film that, and it's probably a good thing, or else it would have been a really long vlog. So yes, make sure you subscribe, hit the little bell so you get notifications. My next video up will be Bella and I going to the forest, which was a really exciting day. There was also a lot of anxiety around that because I had never done that before. So I talk a little bit about how I deal with the anxiety and the fear. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one, and stay tuned for the next one. So bye for now.